Good afternoon. On this episode of Outside the Realm podcast, Chad and I talk about the importance of friendship. Never mind. Probably heard some music from my good buddy Dan. But anyways, we're going to talk about the importance of friendship and what friends actually mean. Like friendship actually means the friends in our lives. And it's very important to us. What are you doing over there, Chad?
Making a list.
What kind of list?
Just some names in no specific order.
You sound kind of upset about the list.
I am a little peeved.
Did it really grind your gears?
I'd say it destroyed them, actually.
Gonna have to take it to the old shop.
Yep. So I compiled
Looks like a pretty big list you got over there.
it's 12 names. 12 specific names.
Who
It's
we
kind of a hit list.
who we hitting?
Matt Jett. And he knows why. Ross Blankenship. Owensville's most eligible bachelor, some would say.
Some,
Not me, some.
not me.
Not after his stunts.
I've read a couple things on the internet.
Joel Littrell. Mitch Schultz.
Cool. I like Mitch. Like him.
Nick Leonard. Ben Simpson. Colin Fromm. This one. Dalton Littrell. Joel's little brother. Christmas is going to be weird.
Oh, that's to me.
Joe Zacher. Your friend. I've never met him. Seems cool.
Really cool.
I like
On the list.
I like the last name, but he's on the list. Caden
Hi.
Brown.
H. Breezy. You're on the list, dude.
Jacob Scott King.
He knows he's on the list.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And last but not least, Caleb Nolan. And this one, I think, is going to be our toughest. That's why I'm circling it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. He's experienced.
Mm.
We're gonna have to sneak attack for sure. Maybe little flashbangs. Just a couple.
I didn't want to have to make this list, Clay.
I didn't either.
This was never my intentions.
What were your intentions?
I
Intentions.
thought that maybe we could just have our friends, come on our podcast. Yeah, maybe we're not a huge deal yet, but someday maybe.
Someday, maybe,
and
maybe not.
And we'd look back and we'd see these people and they would be important to us and we'd know that they helped us make it and we'd reach our hands out to them and we'd say, thank you. And we'd give them a little piece of the pie
Tiny piece.
for their time,
Small piece.
the amount of time that they've had given up to be on the podcast.
Just a little bit.
But instead, Clay, it's been nothing but heartache and struggles.
Yeah, it's been wild. It's been
Now, there should be an asterisk next to two names here.
getting tired of talking to you.
Matt Jett and Joel Littrell. They both have done podcasts, but they didn't work out. We had to throw them out. We're just asking for a redo, fellas. You've already done it once. I don't know what the big deal is. Get over it.
They're both time and mic issues.
Yeah, and they moved away.
Yeah. Who does that?
Stupid people.
Anyway,
I'm just kidding.
who was next?
I'm all for bettering yourself. Well,
I
that
don't
was
like
it.
Matt and Joel.
Oh, yeah. So we did Matt and Joel.
They're annoying.
Ross. Most of these guys are people that we've known for a long time. Caleb, I haven't known that long. I don't know Joe at all. Colin is more of an acquaintance, I guess. Definitely seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, Colin is actually, I think, our number one fan right now.
But for real, I mean, these are just a couple of people that we've thought of off the top of our head. I mean, we have a whole nother list of other people we'd like to have on, but these are, like I said,
these are people we've
guys that
called
we've
out.
hung out with for a long time and that we've actually reached out to and everybody's busy and we get that, and we don't really hold a grudge against it, you guys or anyone for that
But-
matter, for not being able to make it. But we just want to have you on here because we want to talk about you. Like, we want to tell our stories with you and just hang out and
Really just-
bullshit. That's
really
all
ju-
really it is. I mean,
really just hang out.
yeah, we really just want
Just-
to have an excuse to hang out to where it's not like, oh, well, my kid's got soccer games and blah, blah. Like, we're getting older and hanging out with your friends kind of gets put on the back burner. So,
Pool table is clean.
right. We just want to get together, fellas. That's all it is. So, don't hurt me again.
Just be our friends.
Yeah, please be our friends. This guy is so annoying.
Anyways, I'm gonna segue this
Oh,
now.
he's below me.
Where? Oh yeah, I moved you. See, it's different now.
Okay, whatever. I can't even figure
There you
this
go.
out. See, that's what I mean. He's just changing stuff.
Yeah, switching it up. See, I can do like that. Yeah, you're bad with directions.
There we go. Pointing it right at you. Poop pants.
Well, I'm segueing that. Segueing.
Oh yeah, you had somebody that we didn't actually put on the list.
Yeah, well, actually, I can't say anything. I haven't been Snapchatting her back. But my mom.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We need to get Mom and Joe on here because they're long distance, and my sister.
Yeah, we got to
So we got to figure out how to
work
get
on the
that
Zoom thing.
the long distance people, how we can get them on the phone, or really just where they can hear us. That's the problem. Usually we can hear them.
I'm
They
guessing you
just
mean Hillary.
yes, Hillary. But my mom just bought a guitar, and I'm freaking excited.
What kind?
Let me look real quick. It was. So she got the black one.
What?
She is. She had like this. It was like she had a couple pawn shops, and there was like a black one. I can't remember the brand. Let me check.
Oh, cool.
But she actually like asked me before, and I was like, "Ooh, like send me some pictures, like send me some close-ups." And
Yeah, I definitely did that when I ordered mine.
yeah, you didn't do that at all.
It worked out though, didn't it?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, let me see.
I'm just bougie.
Oh yeah, it's a Fender. She got a
For real?
Fender. I told her the Fender was cool because well, first off, it's black with like white, inlay. But then it has
Show them.
Show 'em.
You have a picture?
Yeah, I have a picture, but it just doesn't look.
It
the
won't be
same.
that good, but I mean, it'll be okay. Yeah, see, that is
Yeah.
cool. Oh, it's an acoustic. Is it an electric acoustic or just acoustic?
I think it's just acoustic. It might be electric, but it's got the cutout. That's why I told her. I was
yeah,
the other one she sent was actually, I think it might have looked better.
probably just a huge body.
No, it was a Washburn.
Oh,
Yeah, it actually, this one, I think I told her to get that one if she got a good deal on it.
mm.
But it also had like, can't see.
That's cool looking too. Oh, is
That one's awesome because like the headstock.
is that a Squire right next to it there?
I think so.
That would have been cool if she'd have bought that one, since that's the first one she got you.
Well, no, she actually didn't get that. That was Renee, Dad Renee.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it
Right.
was.
Renee got me the acoustic. I need to Benjamin Simpson. Text me today, but couldn't come over. But I need to get him over here to fix my acoustic now.
Yeah.
So
Well, we could probably, I mean, yeah, we'll definitely record that too, because that'd be cool.
Yeah, I told Ben that. He said he's got to work on getting like his studio, like us, like having like a space to do it is real big when you're fixing guitars,
Right.
because they're
Yeah.
fragile and you don't want them to move and kind of have to put them in different positions. But he
Yeah.
says he wants to have a space and then he'll be cool with us coming over taking video, kind of like what we did with the strings.
Yeah, check out our last video. It's not an episode, but you'll see what we mean by needing space.
But I'm super pumped for that because I have
Well,
a
we
lot.
could probably set something up in here,
Oh, we could for sure off this wall
or like no, I
off
mean
this
like
wall.
just for him to come over here and do that.
Yeah.
Like we could build, like we could just set something up like off of the end of the table here and clear this stuff off because we wouldn't be sitting at it.
Well, I have a couple that are just, like I said, we could do the string changes, but I have a
Right.
couple that are just like switches, getting a nut for that one,
Mm-hmm.
getting a couple washers for that one, and like fixing some of the connections. That would be really fast.
Yeah,
But like for him to show like how fast it is and how,
yeah, we might have to leave a camera with him for that one, for that the one we bought. I can't think of the name of it. The brand, the Teo.
Teo.
Isn't that what that brand of that one is? The one that we
What, the
bought.
gimbal?
No. The guitar. The one we bought with my Epiphone.
Oh,
and your
Indio.
bass. No, the one that we bought together.
Oh, Tesco?
Yeah, Tasco or something.
Tasco,
like that. Yeah.
Tesco.
I knew it was with a T. I couldn't think of the other letters.
I say it wrong.
I don't know if I say it right.
I think I just said it wrong there. Dan, if Dan was here, he would know.
Yeah, Dan would probably correct us. He's probably not even going to talk to us after that.
Yeah, he will, but
Oh, yeah, that was another thing. We finally had Dan on here, so that was cool. I marked him off the list. You're lucky.
he's going to come back, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, we kind of like,
Did we not post it?
No, I posted it.
Oh, okay.
It just said we
were nowhere.
You were so mad the first like 15 minutes because your truck, and I was like, how does that make you feel?
It wasn't my truck.
Well, just not being able to get the
I'm about
part.
to get started again.
You were like,
I'm revving up right now over it again.
what? No. Okay.
No, I'm
Next
just kidding.
subject.
I'm
Next
just
subject.
kidding.
It's like you're a knob.
But yeah, like I said, the list is just people we would like to have on here. Like I said, there's a whole and I'll show you so you guys don't think I'm lying about it.
There's literally I mean, it's all about
right
friends.
here. I mean, wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Sorry, I'm backwards. But yeah, I mean, there's a big list here, and there's a whole nother page somewhere I got to find where there's more names. So
We have it on there on our app.
this was just people we knew wouldn't take it personally.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. The ones that be like, why is he calling me out?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, because like I said, we don't mean nothing by it, and we don't want anybody to think that we do. So, just come hang out with us, I guess, and talk about what you enjoy or what interests you or whatever you want to talk about. We really don't have there's
no set schedule, or like I have thought about like a couple people I do want to kind of interview, but most of my friends I really don't. I just kind of want to hang out and just honestly talk about anything that comes up.
I feel like our friends, like it can be an interview without being an interview. Like we're asking them questions we maybe no interest to or that we don't.
It's really just
but
kill
it's
dead
not
space.
really in a format, an interview format, you know?
Yeah, it's like I feel like people expect that too much.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want it to be like that. I don't like watching stuff like that, so we don't want to bore you guys.
Well, I've actually had feedback where like that's what a lot of them been telling me is they don't want to watch just the same stuff over and over.
Right. And if
it's really just like, I mean, like you usually watching when you're working,
yeah,
or listening when you're working, or
driving, or whatever.
It's always when you're doing something else, so it's like they don't mind it. And
exactly. And that was my whole thing from the beginning. Like, there's going to be obviously certain guests that we have, like when we had Ryan Wilson on here, that was more directed towards his entrepreneurial side. So, you know, I had a list of stuff I wanted to ask him because I wanted him to be able to take his knowledge and put it out into the world. Even though he's already done that on his platform, but I wanted, because we probably have a different group of viewers than he does.
I also wanted to have like Tyler and Ryan just as like the first ones, just to like look back and just be like, okay, this is like the beginning. Like Ryan was like a little under a year into his, and now Tyler's starting his thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything about it because, well, actually, no, he did it.
Get Tyler. Well, yeah, or we'll
get Tyler on here, but he's doing like he wants to do like more broadcasting stuff. So he brought a lot of his gear to that summer social at the fitness parlor. And it was really awesome because he set up like 3 or 4 cameras and had different angles on everybody that he can switch to real time. There was like little latency. It was really cool.
That is, okay.
So like sporting events, you know, graduations, just all kinds of events were
anything.
I mean, anything.
We
I'm super excited.
Anything, yeah.
He's got a really cool name and stuff though. So I kind of want to get him on here to talk about it.
Is it better than ours?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, fuck you, Clay.
It is. Well, it has his name incorporated in it, so it's like really good. And the the initials for it are. It's really good.
His initials, aren't they?
It's really good.
Is it Lou?
No, it's not. It's good, dude. It's great. It's punny. What? What'd you hear?
Did he go back upstairs?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about the idea we had with the guitar, but we'll finalize that and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
You know,
I don't know which one.
Mine, redoing it.
Oh yeah.
Raffling it, or
yeah.
auctioning it or whatever.
Yeah, that's well, I
Well,
haven't talked to them. Well, I haven't talked to them about it. So,
Who?
but the band.
Oh, you guys want to use? Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Oh,
Well, I just talked
Get
to
it.
yesterday. I saw Charlie Walton that she was working at that wedding, and I told her to because
I
I've
think
kind
you
of
could
been
get it done by the fair
what.
when you guys play at the fair.
Well, that's what I told Charlie is I want to have a date like for
That's
it.
only like 2 weeks, so 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Can we redo a guitar by then?
No. I'm saying have a date ready for it. Like when we're gonna have the event. We're not gonna have the event in 2 weeks.
Oh, you want to do
Yeah, you got to tell
you
people
wanna
a
do
date
one
and
event
invites
for
and
that? Okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
Cool.
But
So
like
we
have
hadn't talked about that, so I didn't know.
well, I think I'm gonna have it mixed in with because we're doing that big show in November at the Miller House.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
Well, not for that one. Doing it for like our private show. I've been telling everybody about. I want to do a private show for like all of our friends and family, like everybody that just goes to our shows and supports us. Like
Okay.
like an open invite, but make it a private party where we have like t-shirts and like basically like we'll do 30-minute sets. We'll have other bands, try to get center stage, try to get Bad Influence. I talked to that
Yeah.
Fred Freeman guy
yeah.
yesterday, and he plays bass for what Silo X, and then Bad Influence. But he was saying like he likes doing benefits, but he came and saw us once. We usually play at Miller House when they play at Bogies, or like if they're at Miller House, we're at Bogies kind of thing. We did that benefit for the cop,
Yeah.
and it was just like it was really fun. It was a really good time. They came down like actually I didn't go that time. It was raining because I've seen Bad Influence. Like I've caught them a couple times, but
once or twice.
but like Tyler and Casey and Dan haven't seen them, so they ran up in between one of our sets to watch them, and they thought it was super cool. So they did the same thing when we were doing that benefit. Like we're just sitting there playing, and then like two of the guys like came up, and I'm like, "What's up, man?" Gave us little fist bump there. But they're really cool. They're really humble because I think they're really good. But I talked to him. They're a little bit older. I was like, I love talking about music. I love talking about bands, like favorite bands, but also just like knowledge, like cool stories that you have just from playing out live. Because we all have them. We have so many of them, and it's just a good time basically. But he wants to do a benefit, so we'll probably do it with Bad Influence or his other band. And it'd be nice to just do like 30-minute sets where I can hang out with you. Like I can do a 30-minute set, then come talk to you guys.
Right. What
Yeah.
is what's Joel's dad's band? I always
Center
forget.
stage. That's
Center
Colin
Stage.
too.
Yeah.
So
Colin.
Danny's drums in that, and Josh plays guitar. Josh
Sorry, I'm
Fisher.
just writing this down while we're talking about it so we don't forget it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, so yeah, that sounds awesome. I didn't even think about doing it like that. I thought more of like just that one thing and then whatever we got. But I mean, like with this, they are our friends, and you guys let us know if this is something that you'd be interested or be willing to do. But like just $5 like cover or something, like enough to cover
Well-
the venue, and then
I was thinking
The
just having
rest.
like raffles there, just like
yeah,
have
we
like a
can- yeah,
potluck thing,
and
just
stuff like that. Yeah,
where everybody just brings a little food, and like brings their own food and drink
Yeah.
that they want, and then we'll have like we'll have like a keg or have some liquor for them, have some water. We'll have stuff there for people, but like everybody bring it, make it a party. But then we'll do raffles. Have a gun raffle.
Yeah.
Do a
Just
couple different ones, and then
get
we'll just
businesses maybe to donate gift
Yeah.
certificates and stuff.
heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Places that have had us, play there. Like they be. I want to
Yeah, just small stuff. I mean, like that.
just
like
to say
oil
thanks.
changes, tire rotation, stuff like that. Like, stuff that people don't want to always pay for or don't have the time to think about getting done. And then they'll be like, "Oh, I got that gift certificate." They'll make an appointment to do it because obviously that stuff's important.
Well, we have. I mean, what's going on?
Clay,
Oh no!
Clay,
One moment.
it's the Chad Show.
Why did it turn off? No.
Well, I mean, they can still hear you. I mean, we can go ahead and wrap it up if you want.
Yeah. What are we at? We're at 20 minutes.
I don't want to blow through it and give away all of our ideas before we actually present it.
Well, here actually just Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna make you big.
I am big. I'm huge.
Blowing Chad up.
Huge.
He's huge.
We're
or what?
I was gonna say too, we could do we could put together like a scramble too. I mean, we have a bunch of friends that golf, like a bunch of people in the community that know Barely Covered that I see at every golf tournament I play here. Like if the private event thing didn't work out for some reason.
Well, there's a lot that we could do. I mean, we have a couple, like we talked about doing something with dad
Yeah, that's what
and like just keep it low
that's
key.
kinda
I
my
kind of
main
want to do the
focus.
private, like maybe the private thing for dad because
Yeah.
just low key.
because I don't think he'd like a bunch of attention.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, like
But that's
Uh,
kind of that was my point or my focus of it. But obviously, if we can give back to anyone, I'm
But
cool with that.
but also too, my main thing is like friends and family and kids. Like I want it to be like a relaxed like afternoon where you can come and go as you please.
Yeah, you
Like,
ruined the relax part with one word.
okay, well, I don't have kids, so but
No,
I'm
of
saying
course.
like it'd be like just a kid friendly environment.
Yeah,
like
for
where
sure.
just say thanks because I've had like so many friends like go to all of our shows, be so supportive. So it's like I feel like it's just due. We've
Yeah.
been doing it for so long, and I just feel like it'd be a blast. We haven't done this a lot with our friends and family, so you have reunions, but that's just your class, So
Yeah, and that's not so much like I want like our friends' parents to come, like because we don't get to see them either. Like I
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
talking to them as well,
heck
especially
yeah.
as I get older. Like it's
Tell 'em all-
just
yeah,
I'm not we're not shitheads anymore, and it's like we actually like to be around them. So it's like enjoy their company and
speak for yourself, Chad.
okay.
No, I like telling the stories like we got away with. That's my favorite.
Yeah, and
now.
they're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, usually they're
Yeah.
like, well, there's a couple times you get them where you're
Yeah,
like,
like once or twice.
they're like, when was that? I'm like, don't worry about it. Okay, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, but then like like the next time they see you, they're like, we were thinking about that. Was it this time? And you're like, no, but it definitely was.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
No, that was not that night. You heard that statue fall when I was jumping out your window.
My mom, she caught me one time. It was like 3 or 4 years after it happened, and she's like, okay, I was me and Ethan were picking her up, and she's like, all right, I gotta say it. She's like, I gotta say it. Were you with Ethan that night? And I'm just like, duh, like duh.
I could see.
Like,
Mom
come
here.
on, mom. Like,
Oh my.
and she's just like, she's like, Claybird. I'm like, we good? I was like, we're here, we're now, but like, yeah, I've been caught a couple times out of nowhere. And I'm like, man, you remembered that. Like, oh, I thought you for sure forgot about that by now.
Can we get Legend?
Dude, I don't know. That'd be awesome.
I've never seen them.
You never seen him? Man,
Mm-mm.
I saw him up at the Memorial Park.
Really?
Yeah, that was like the first time.
When? I know they were
Whenever-
at Stony Hill a couple years ago, and I wanted to go and I didn't.
Well, it was like when Jacob first started dating Jordan. That's the first time I met her.
Oh, okay. So like, Ray.
Oh, those are single clay
So like
times.
4
it
years
was-
ago, probably. Roughly, because Ray's 3.
But it was a good time. I can't, dude. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
The only thing that there wasn't lights on like the crowd, so they had
Mhm.
lights shooting at us, but like I talked to Joe in between sets and he's like, this is awesome, but he's like, I can't see you guys. He's like, so it kind of takes away
Yeah.
he's like the amount of people that are actually here.
Did they
but
do it on the baseball field?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my
man,
gosh.
that
It was
probably
great. It's a good time.
Cool. Well, we can.
I asked Joe, I'm like, hey, if you want me to come up there for Give Me 3 Steps, I will. He's like, nah. He just gave me the no.
No, you stay out of there where I can't see
just
you.
stay right there in the audience.
Yeah, where I can't see your face.
But no, it was fantastic because
I
they
bet it
play
was.
like they play Ice Cream Man. Oh, I love that by Van Halen. It's so good. Ripping solo, little blues. They just play. I feel like they play more like upbeat 80 songs.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more solo 80 songs.
So who's
you
all
know?
in that band? I forgot.
So Joe Littrell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the actual last names. I don't know.
I don't either, man. But they had T-shirts like they were legitimate and stuff. Like that's
No, I've seen pictures at Joel's house where like it's just they're in like could be a barn or something. I don't even know, but you just see people, just sea of people, and like all of our parents, were probably like in their 20s, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It looks like a great time. Let's just put it that.
They gave me an idea.
A lot of hair, A lot of hair.
No way.
Yeah,
Joe?
just everybody. Like the time period. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Okay.
But they definitely look like a lot more fun. I don't know. Did you go to the one at Stony Hill Winery? Oh, I guess you've never seen them, so no.
No, I was talking about Stony Hill Hall. They played there 2 years ago, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you had to buy tickets, which was, that's unheard of. So I was like, these guys have to be a big deal. Like for around here,
Yeah.
for Stony Hill Hall. You know what I'm saying? So,
if you're selling tickets for, there's so many people there. I didn't really get deep into it. I made an appearance, but there was a lot of people there.
yeah, I've never seen them. So, I would like to.
I feel like that would be pretty rare, but if we could, that would make us legends.
Well, I've only seen Center Stage like 2 times, if that. Maybe just once at Miller House when they do the outdoor thing in the fall.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the only time I've ever seen them.
I should have gone the last time, but we fell asleep.
Well, they just played up there again, like just a couple weeks ago, I think, outside.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I think.
I know they're playing like Tater Patch, and they have a lot more shows coming up. They're doing
Tater
that
Patch
Red
is
Oak
cool. Have you
Valley
ever
with
been there?
us. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when's that? At Red Oak Valley.
Red Oak Valley? I don't know. I got so many. It's in like another week or something.
I think it's next month.
We have the fair the 28th, and then we have Pops July 29th.
September or August 26th. You guys are at Red Oak Valley for that music festival, or that it's a showcase, isn't it? Not a festival.
Yeah, it's like a showcase for like local bands,
Which is cool.
So yeah, they have events there where basically they'll have vendors for food, decorate,
Oh, okay.
so like party
That's what
event
it is.
planners. Yeah, so
So-
they'll have it's like they have a big party, and then
People that are
want
getting married and stuff can come and check you guys out.
check the place out, check
That's
out local
cool.
vendors. Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Because the only other place that really does that is Washington. Excuse me, is like that's where Abby had went. She went to a bridal expo up there, and she got some like coupons and discounts and stuff like that. But there was nothing like that, where we could have seen like potential bands, which I already knew who. I think I asked you guys before we even picked a date. So that was a no brainer. But
well, yeah, us,
that's-
but like
yeah,
a
but that's
lot of
cool.
people around here, a lot of people that come out here, because it's kind of been a thing. Is like weddings don't go like they don't party as much, and they don't go like super late, but they're also just like they want smaller ones out in the country. They want like
Yeah.
the barn weddings.
Yep.
And
So are you gonna like take your DJ stuff as well, or is it just for bands?
well, that one's just for bands.
Okay.
So so technically I don't have anything on Facebook, or
Well, I know, but
I just had
I'm
people contact me. So like I talked to Ryan about it. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I have a couple weddings booked for next year,
Mhm.
but like I don't know if I'm going to go all in where I actually get, better equipment, better lights, and just go all in basically.
So, if you would like to be a silent investor,
No, I don't.
Just kidding.
I wouldn't need an investor. I just kind of like, it's just, you take away your weekends.
every weekend, pretty much, if you're good.
Yeah, pretty much.
And You're
basically
traveling,
traveling.
and then friends, when they ask you, you have to charge them basically what you charge everybody else.
That's the real problem. Like right there. So like,
You don't want to, but you have to.
I don't want to at all because like, like I've just done it so many times. I have the equipment and it's easy for me. So it's like, it's really tough to be like, yeah, $100 an hour. Like for
I feel like
people
that's-
don't party like they used to. So
we didn't, and that's what I feel like. That's
And I feel like you
about what
guys-
I paid you is
Yeah.
close to that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Again, like I
That was
don't
a full
mind
band.
doing that for my friends though, and
But-
I don't think most of our friends would either. I think that's like, yeah, it was my wedding, but you gave up your time. Like you didn't have to come. Like even
Yeah.
if you wouldn't have DJ'd it and I just invited you, you didn't have to come. So you gave up your whole Saturday to be there. So I owe you something for that. Your time is money, and your time
Oh,
is valuable.
Everybody I talk to, like all the venue, like White Mule is awesome. Like Dana, dude,
Mhm.
she hits me up all the time for like reunions, but I'm really flexible with her because she always gets me gigs, but like they're super fun.
Mhm.
Like her and her friends, and then like people that go to those events are very nice. They're very polite, and they like to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't act a fool. They
Yeah.
just literally have a good time. So it's like those kind of people. It'd be really
It's
hard
easy.
for me to. Yeah, but it's a. I like it for the experience.
Yeah.
I like it for. I mean,
I see what you're saying. It's easy.
it's hard to
and
like. I don't want
it's
to
hard
charge those
them
people
so
a
much
lot
'cause
because
it's you and you're having a good time, and
Yeah.
like it's laid back and you're not really doing anything. It's the same way when I, fix a vehicle. I charge everybody pretty much the same rate, regardless of what the job consists of. And sometimes I do feel bad about it because like a 30-minute job, like, and I still have to charge you basically an hour, like.
yeah, but that's why I've been hesitant to do.
But that's my time. That's my time.
Yeah, so if
that
I do that,
giving
I'm
up.
just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no a lot more. And
Yeah.
I've had to say no a lot this year, and I just hate that. Like I said, I was talking to Charlie yesterday, and I had to say no to her for I can't remember if it was a wedding or something, but I had so many requests for that day.
Mm.
There's just some dates that like it just hits with people, and
Yeah.
it's like you'll have 5 or 6 people on that specific date, and you're like, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we scheduled I mean, it's on the calendar for like all of October. I was like, you cannot schedule anything.
Yeah, and I
You
still
have a
like,
couple
2 things
Spread out, which is fine. I mean, we make that work. But like last year, it was like, last year was a complete, just like, okay, like spur of the moment type of deal. So I didn't hold that against you. But like,
Yeah, this year it's like
Yeah, we're
it's like
just-
planned.
if we're gonna
and
dive into it, like I just want to dive into it, and
I just want to get better at like
we're either gonna drown or we're gonna swim. So
honestly, I just want to get a couple like hiking like hunts underneath our belt because
I wish, yeah, I actually
that's what I'm like honestly interested in. I like the
I just got
actual
asked to go to Colorado
Colorado.
the other day.
By who?
I cannot remember.
How do you not remember that? That's Colorado. That's what's at.
Because I
Wyoming?
told them to get prices and let me know.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm down. I have the gear. That's why I'm excited for it. Like I just know if we just get ready and just ask, it's good to go.
Somebody said, gosh dang, I wish I could remember who that was because, oh, I do know who it is. I remember. It was PJ. So he knows
Really?
a guy. Yeah, he knows a guy out there that owns an outfitter.
Shut
like he's
up.
an outfitter.
Oh my
for elk hunting.
gosh.
And he's like, yeah, we won't. He's like, we'll have to pay. He goes, but it won't be full price. And I said, good, because my ass ain't sleeping in a tent up in the mountain.
Why not?
Bro, it's cold.
Dude, we're hunting.
I know. I understand that. But I don't like being cold at night.
You
I
get a
can do
0
it during
degree,
the
you
day.
can get a negative 14.
I got one.
Yeah, you're good.
A Nemu or whatever the hell those are called.
You just mummy up in that thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
I got
what I'm bitching about. I
you
got
can-
that First Light shit. I sweat in that just sitting in my truck when it's cold. So.
Exactly. I got a Marmot one.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like a negative 14 degrees
I think mine-
Celsius, and it's dude, it gets toasty.
I think the one I have is a negative 20. Like it's
Yeah. Celsius?
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah, that's what you want.
and it's small.
Is it down?
I don't know. I've never used it.
Is it?
I bought it for when I went to Utah because we were gonna do a ascent. Like we were gonna have base camp and then go like 10 miles out, set up a what's it called? You have your base camp and then what the other ones are called, I can't remember, but
I
basically
mean,
just another camp. where we
yeah.
pop up a little one. I bought a 1-man tent. Like I have everything. And we were gonna hunt up on top of the mountain for like 2 or 3 days, and then hike 10 miles back to base camp and call it a week. And
That's all I
we
want.
didn't do that. So
Why not?
the guy I went with, his grandfather passed away, so we had to leave early.
Oh my gosh, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean they knew it was coming, but you're not really ready for it. But
Do you know the elevation and stuff?
out where I was,
Yeah.
I'd have to look. It's the Ashley National Forest, so we can look it up because I know exactly where we were at. So
I'm down, dude. I'm so excited.
I don't know that I'll ever go back there. That's Utah.
It's in Utah.
That's
oh my
no.
God.
PJ wants to go to Colorado.
I know. But that
was
one is in Utah.
Yeah,
That's like one of my next one.
that's
Utah, Arizona.
Dude, it's beautiful. I'll show you some pictures after we get done that I
Oh,
took off my phone.
I want
and
to take Brittany to
It was
the
not
desert.
this phone. So it was one of my older phones, and the pictures are just
Just
so-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that place is like an 8% kill rate on elk with a bow out there because you hit the.
Dude, you're so far away. You have to like chase them. You walk
Oh,
like
yeah,
10,
yeah.
13 miles a day.
I seen
It's awesome.
We seen 4. That was
Yeah.
it for 4 days of hunting.
Yep.
One like satellite bull, little like 5x5, and then he had 3 cows with him.
Oh, okay.
Travis's dad, Tim, he shot at one of the cows, but that was so weird. So she was perfectly broadside, and as soon as he released his arrow, she
Get closer.
spun and like looked right at him, and the arrow just went like right down her side.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't even hit her.
how close were you guys?
So they surprised us. Like we were just walking,
They just
and we
walked down in
stopped a
front of you?
call, and we were up on a little knoll, and like Tim's like, "Oh, there's elk. They're right there." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, he'd been out there like 5 years prior and
Yeah.
had not killed any elk." So I'm like, you can shoot first. Like you've put your time in out here. You know, like this is my first year. It'd be cool if I shoot an elk, but like I'd rather see you shoot one. Like you've been out here and busted your ass. Like
Yeah.
so
Well, that too.
I'm like, you want me
It's not
to?
easy.
So the bull spooks. He sees us, and when he spooks, one of the cows follow him, and they ran like 40 yards from us, and they got up
Oh.
on this like hill.
Oh, so they went back up.
So they were over on our right side. They came from
Yeah.
our right side, ran in front of us to our left side, and they just went up on this little hill in the woods. It really wasn't no higher. I mean, it was higher elevation, but it wasn't like a part of the mountain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a ridge top, basically. So they got up on there, and like, I'm like, "You want me to range him?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay." And I looked over, and this bull's just staring at me, and he stood there. I should have shot him because I think I guessed it probably 60 yards.
Yeah.
And at that time, the sight that I had was a 2-pin, single pin. So like I had a 20-yard pin, 40-yard pin. All I would have had to do is put that 40-yard pin just a little high, and I probably would have been fine. And I like kicked myself in the ass for that for like a day and a half because I didn't shoot on that elk because Tim was watching the cows down on the left side. So like he would have, wouldn't have distracted me at all. But yeah, so we saw those, that little group, and we had called one in. He got within about 150 yards of us, but we could never see him. And like, I've never felt anything so,
Like adrenaline or just
no, like when he bugled because
Yeah.
he was so close, I could feel it vibrate through my chest. Like,
oh, like call so loud.
the only thing that I could compare it to, and those guys that hunt elk, just strictly hunt elk, they hate this. Like, but and you'll experience it eventually, but like when we're turkey hunting, if I can work a bird in close and
Yeah.
he got like hammers right by us, you'll feel it. And that's like, you'll know what I'm talking about when you feel that. You can just feel the
you're talking about
sound,
the actual elk.
the
not guy.
vibration. Yeah, the elk. The bull.
Oh, okay.
I could
okay.
feel the vibrations from his bugle, like come just
That's
felt like it
nuts.
went right
Well,
through my
it's
chest.
loud. It's
Yeah.
loud, dude. Dude,
yeah.
I've been at night, scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Sitting there sleeping. It's like it is like a bugle. It's like
Well, yeah, it's like I mean, that's what
It's
it
like a
is. And then they
weird
do this
moan.
like a chuckle thing
Yeah.
afterwards.
yeah.
And that's cool because if they do that, you got them worked up, like they're coming. So, yeah. And then they knew another group of guys actually from, what's that little place up towards the city past Dutso? Starts with a D, Defiance.
Defiance. Oh yeah.
A couple guys from Defiance were up there with us, and 3 of them killed bulls. So we got to see theirs.
Was that the one you were talking about? Have like the classes and stuff.
Classes.
You're talking about like somebody having like classes for just like going on hunts and like for whitetail and then also like videotaping.
No,
and
no.
stuff?
That's Heartland Bow Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
they're.
I thought
out
you were
of-
saying it
they're
was like
from
down
Inde-
in Defiance though.
No, they're from Independence.
Oh,
Michael
Independence.
Hunsucker
Okay,
and
okay.
one of the other guys I think is originally from Independence, and because of COVID, I don't think they've done it the last couple of years, but they put on a class, a filming school, basically.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, I sound.
It
wasn't.
looks cool. No, it's not.
was-
that
It's
much.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
But that was an old price sheet too. I don't know
Yeah.
what their current up to date stuff would be, but yeah, I definitely would like to go. Even if we just go on a hiking trip, I definitely want to go out west again. I want to go elk hunting again. I would like you to go. I want you to go, but I think I'm going to take a rifle the next time I go. I'd like to
Yeah.
just get one under my belt and kind of figure things out because I don't really like hunting with anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm more just like on my own.
Well, that's
but
why-
I know nothing about elk hunting, so I need to go. I need
Do
to
it.
have a little bit of an advantage. I hate saying that, but like
Dude,
I need
Chris
to have
and-
success, or else I'm not going to. Well, also I want to put out quality content,
Yeah.
which success equals quality content. So if I don't have success, then I'm wasting my time, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm
no.
gonna learn.
But like we still get content, but like also just like that
Yeah.
curve. Like that's kind of why that's why I started doing this, because like I told the Fred Freeman guy, it's like a way to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
You know, like because it's like you see videos of you playing like 5 years ago and you're like, man, I thought I was good. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, what? That's horrible. And then it's also just fun to look back on. Like, I think it's informative. I think more people look for like informative and like real than they do
Yeah. I think if you can,
just killing bucks.
if people can, if
Like, it's
people
not
can
about
see
that
that you're
for us,
actually
so-
genuine in what you're saying and you're doing and what you're trying to portray, I think that they're going to latch onto that
But we have
a lot easier and actually want to follow you, like
Yeah.
see what happens next for you. They invest themselves in you and your story. So
But there's a lot of people around here that hunt and that like I feel like would, once it kind of gets rolling, would actually want to come on here and be like, no, this is how I do it.
and yeah, that's cool. Like I'm always open to that. Like I'm young still, you know, I'll be 32 next month. And I've been
whiz.
hunting, you know, on my own since I was like 13, I guess. But I started when I was 9. But you know, from 9 to like 20, honestly, I wanted to be in the woods, but I wasn't focused on being in the woods and taking it seriously. Like something clicked in me, in my head. I would say mid 20s, where I was just like, this is important. Like I always enjoyed it, but then it clicked and I was like, this is important to you. This is what you can do something with this if you try.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Well, I didn't know
I'm not
that,
saying
so-
I'll make it or we'll make it or we won't, but I want to try. I'm willing to try. Like there's a part of me that knows or that believes that we can, and that part's stronger than the part that thinks I can't. So
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I don't know.
I know, but
I've been
never,
fighting mine
that's
for
never
so long.
happened for me. I've never had that aha kind of moment for myself,
Yeah.
like where I actually believed and put my faith in myself. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
dude, same, cuz I'm just downer on it. Like
I am too.
I always feel like I can do better, so like it also creates a negative where it's like you're always hard on yourself.
yeah, I'll talk myself out of anything
All
faster
the
than anybody
time.
else.
And it's like I've just now started to learn to not do that.
Right.
And it's kind of sweet. It's
Yeah,
working
like
out.
I'm trying to get into an industry that's been done, and it's for so long, but
I feel like that's
probably
why
really not
I feel like that's
change anything. Like
but-
it's
but-
probably going to be similar, and you've maybe heard it before, but
it's really just like putting your
I want
story
to
out
be
there.
raw. I want it to be raw. Like I don't want it over edited. I want it to be good video, but I just don't want parts cut out, and
keep it simple.
yeah,
Like
I just want it to be me. Like,
Yeah.
and
we'll get there.
what it's about for me.
I think that's better. Like the videos I've been doing, and then like talking to Dan, it's the same thing. Where I'm more like, it wasn't that good, and Dan's like, screw it. We're doing it live, like it's raw. Just like people like that.
I guess what I mean
real.
by that is I don't want it to be a brand. I don't want to brand myself.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
I want-
asking you at the
yeah.
beginning. I'm like, what are we trying to do here?
No.
Like, because
I mean,
the
obviously, I have to
marketing
have
side
a
of me
name.
is like, what do I need to do right now?
No,
to
I'm not coming out where I mean, if I have a hat on with the page name or my page name on it, like it's gonna be just a hat for me. I'm not trying to sell stuff. Solely just
about hunting.
I want people to see the benefits, and I don't mean the benefits for nature. I mean like the benefits
For
that
yourself.
I get out
Oh,
of
that
that,
you-
and
okay.
like how that can be, how that can be the same for someone else, or
Well, yeah,
they can take that and tweak it and make it their own, and how hunting can bring them out of whatever they have going on.
Well, that's like kind of going along the lines where they say the best thing you do to help other people is help yourself.
Yeah,
Like make yourself better, and then you can help other people.
right.
Like you show them the way, because like example is the best.
Yeah,
way.
and I said it the last time we talked about this. I mean, and I didn't say it like this, but if hunting were a physical being, I could never repay it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's cool.
you probably do know what I mean. Like, because
Yeah.
I don't say what that means to a lot of people, but you know, it sounds stupid or silly, but it's really been something. It's been a constant in my life when I didn't have a constant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I could go out there and it was me and let go of everything.
Yeah.
Like just sit there. And I didn't care if I seen a deer or if I seen 100 deer. I just was in the woods and I got to have that time with myself. Like, and
It's meditation.
yeah, in a sense. Yeah. I
that's
mean,
what
I
it
don't
is.
meditate, but like that's
That's
what
what
it
it
is. Like,
is,
cause
man.
I work
You-
through my problems
It's like
while I'm out there.
well, praying. That's what praying is.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
meditating because
I'm
you're
just
you're
talking to-
basically
Yeah.
you're talking to yourself. You know, whoever else you're talking to, you're still
All
talking
right, I'm
to
done
yourself.
talking about this because getting emotional.
I'm getting so emotional.
It's important to me.
yeah, I
and
love it.
it's
That's why
real.
we're doing it.
Like I'm not, I can say that, but you know I'm not. That's just I don't fake it. Like that's, like I said, it was what I just said is gonna sound stupid to people, but it's
But
true.
who cares?
I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
Like that's what it is, and I think I can pass that along. Like
I'm pumped. I'm
So-
ready for it. I'm ready.
yeah, you know there might be probably gonna be a cuss word here and there, but that's what I mean. It's just gonna be
From me.
It's who we are. It's who I am, and I'll
Yeah.
watch it. You know, I'm not gonna like say the F word every other word or anything like that, but.
If you get on a roll,
And we'll edit it. It will be edited, but for the most part, it's going to be just.
well, I just appreciate, like, I mean, my
Unfiltered.
mom gets it, my sisters get it. You know, like we're weirdos and we go hiking for our vacations, and people look at you like, what? You go on like 9 to 10 mile, like 9, 10, 13 mile day hikes.
Yeah, but you don't realize it.
You realize
I mean,
it,
you
but,
do, but
it's also just like it feels right. Like
Yeah.
if you wake up with the sun,
or 2 hours before,
Yeah.
or whatever. You
yeah,
know,
like you're the way your internal clock is changed by just being out in nature and being in the mountains in a range that's bigger than you. It really makes you
The-
realize how small you are and how like insignificant you actually really are. But that's exactly where you're supposed to be.
It's what
Like,
you need.
That feels right. It just
Yeah.
feels right, and it's hard to describe to people. But once you do it, everybody feels it.
The
Everybody I've
world-
taken, they're just like day 3, they're like miserable and they're sore and they're just like, it's beautiful out here. I'm like, yeah, that's the best part. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
There's no oxygen. You're just like,
Yeah, that first day
You get-
we were in Utah, we went out. They're like, we're going to take it easy today. And I'm like, okay, cool. We did like 10 miles out and 10 miles back on the first day.
yeah,
And I'm like,
it's rough,
nope.
rough.
And I was with Tim.
Got good
Travis's
boots.
dad. Yeah. So the second day he goes, yeah, we're going to do a short one today. He goes, I'm not really feeling that anymore.
Yeah,
So we
well,
went
that's-
like 1,000 yards from base camp. And that's where we seen the elk though. Like that's the
Yeah.
day he shot at the elk. So,
Well, that's what I like about out there too. Is it literally is wild. There is not a lot.
yeah, you are walking. There's places out there that you are walking that no other human has ever stepped foot on.
No, especially like
Maybe not hiking so much, but like out there in Utah when we were elk hunting, like we're in the woods. Like I don't know if another person's ever been in there, honestly.
no, you don't know. Or
And
it's been
been a
hundreds
long
of it's been a long time. That's what's cool about it. But I like the preservation too aspect of it. Like either has to be something done to actually just protect this because it is actually very important.
Yeah,
I get it. You know, like
all
a lot of-
aspects of nature, like not just the animals or whitetails or whatever, like everything.
well, that's what I appreciate most about Owensville is just the fact that it is like that out here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that still actually care about it and see the importance of it. I mean, whether you agree with it every year, what they're doing, conservationists, but there's a lot of people here that care comparatively, and we have a lot of land you actually can do it in.
I mean,
I just think like everybody should experience it or at least see it, you know.
yeah, that's Missouri. Missouri has so much conservation land, so much
Yep.
public land.
And
And we own that.
Yeah.
That is ours. We pay for that.
Yeah.
Like that's, if you look at some of my posts on my Instagram, like they'll say like my public land deer, it says public landowner. Like,
Yeah.
because I believe that. Like I pay my taxes like I'm supposed to, and that money goes to maintain that that
Are you
land.
supposed to?
I
No,
have no idea.
we're not getting
That's a
into
different conversation. But what
Yeah.
I mean, so
that.
every year I'm putting something into that, and that is only to benefit you and I and everyone else. Like get
Yeah.
out there. Like even if you're not going hunting, just get out there and walk around. People are going to get mad. People that are hunting are going to get mad, but screw them. Tell them it's your land.
okay, I don't know why we're starting confrontations
I'm
out
not.
in the
I'm
middle
just
of
saying,
nature,
like,
but
don't be don't be scared off because of that.
I don't think anybody. Actually, I've never had that, dude. I've never had that problem.
I've seen it.
Oh well, I haven't. I
Yeah,
guess I hang out with
I've seen it.
people.
It's just how people can be.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't see it on conservation a lot, like
Yeah.
national parks a lot.
National parks are different. I think.
Yeah, they are.
They can't hunt really in a lot of national parks.
No, you can't have guns on a lot of them.
Right.
So that is. There's been a couple where I'm like,
calm.
well, there's been a couple. There's like in the Grand Tetons, like there's bears.
Oh yeah.
There's big bears, and I mean, I'm more afraid of honestly a moose or an elk like trampling me. To be honest with you, but like also
Moose are pretty
moose are big,
angry,
dude. Moose
especially
are big,
like
and they're
cow or females that have a
They are
calf.
That's dude. I almost got ran over by one, and one of the only things that scared the actual shit out of me, because so we just came through. It's actually called Death Valley.
Ooh.
So like
Coincidence?
So there's a point where basically you come up behind the backside of the Grand Tetons is how the trail does. Like we hit the tram, we go down into the valley, go up a mountain, come back around the backside.
Yeah, you showed me on the map that one day.
And it like splits at a certain point where you go onto the basin or you go down to Death Valley and you come back through. Like there's like 3 different valleys that you can come out of. But yeah, it's called Death Valley. And it's like the most beautiful, it's one of the most beautiful valleys I've ever walked through. Like just trees everywhere, great, like just shrubs, plants. There's a stream that
is it maintained or is it just natural? Like
it's just natural. It's just natural. Like all there is like, that's what I love about hiking is there's just a footpath that is literally at some places like a foot wide, 6 inches wide, where you walk in single file, and you have designated camp areas that are like, you have to have a permit. So you're only permitted to do certain ones. So like that one, we actually were dipping out because of my shoe. So we had to be ready to, if you get caught or you get stuck where there's no campsites, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, you can only camp. Okay.
Yeah, like usually it works out for us every time. Or you could camp with somebody else. People are usually pretty cool. But anyways, we're going through here, and I told everybody, I'm like, okay, it's like the middle of the day, or it's the morning, and I'm like, this is
this when you went this past or last summer?
No, this was about like 5 or 6 years ago. This is one of the first ones, and there was a group we were piggybacking off of like this group of 3 guys. And it was like, our age, but at like college. And one of them was really big. And he was kind of like mom's little buddy. Or like, they're the cabooses, they're bringing it up, and we'd pass them. They'd, pass us. So they actually were going up on the basin. And we stayed right there at the fork. And we actually stayed there last time. It's kind of weird how it works out. But they came down and met us the very first day. So me, I'm like ready to go. It's day 2. I'm like, I'm at the Y, and I see these guys walking back, and I'm like, what the heck are they doing? And they come up there kind of the same time Hillary and my mom get up there, and mom says it, of course, like, what's going on? You guys tapping out? and they're like, yeah, we couldn't do it. And they're like, yeah, we saw a couple of grizzly bears down here in the valley last night while we were eating supper. And I'm like, how many? They're like, there was like 2. And I'm like, they seem really scared, but I was like trying to play it cool. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. That's crazy. Like cool. And, we're walking down. I'm like, this is probably like out of all the times, this is when we're going to see a bear. Cause the rest of the time you're high up,
spray?
You can see for miles. Yeah.
You got bear spray?
You have to have bear spray there. You have to.
Bro.
They check. You have to show how that you have your stuff.
Yeah. When I went to Utah, so I'm like, can I bring a pistol? And Travis is like, no. He's like, this is a national forest. Like you can't. And I'm like,
yep.
Are you serious? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you can't do it, dude. And I'm like, oh my God. Cause they got mountain lions, bears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I don't like kitties. Like, I don't like big kitties. Like,
but you're very vulnerable. You're very vulnerable.
Exactly.
You're in a tent.
I mean,
with a sleeping bag.
You may feel like you are here if you're out in the woods, but there's not a lot in Missouri that's gonna try to come up on you. Out there, they don't care.
I had a couple deer come up on me the first night, and like it was a very weird walking pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I was like, that was big, and then like you sit there and you're like, okay, like don't. It's the middle of the night, like don't let your imagination get the best of you, and then like Then you hear like, and I'm like, that's like right outside of our
That's gotta
tent.
be it.
I was like, that's literally 20 yards outside of our tent. I'm like, what is that? Like,
Uh-huh.
is this a person? You know, like I was thinking too. I thought it was a person because I'm like, it was like hard steps, but they were just a couple at a time.
Well, yeah, and you're in the mountains. Like, who knows what's living
Yeah.
out there person wise?
It's just that happens. There's a lot of stories.
yeah.
Dejan King sent me. He sent me this crazy YouTube video like before I went on the trip. It was like
What
in
a
the same
fucker.
area about like these people being followed, basically, like this dude being followed, and like
Oh man,
Literally, like-
well, I can't go. I'm sick.
yeah. Well, I was like, I'm still going, but I was like, fuck you. Dejan.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
think
that-
about this the whole time.
well, yeah, like the Appalachian Trail. I want to do the whole Appalachian Trail, and like so many people go missing on that thing, like a lot, Chad, a lot. It's
Hmm.
where
Does that line up with Garth Brooks's tour schedule?
So what's going on with that, dude?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I want to, but I haven't.
I saw Tom Segura?
Yeah.
How do you say
Him
his
and Garth
name?
Brooks are in a feud.
Well, I saw him talking about it, and I was like, "What is he talking about Garth Brooks?" He's like, "Yeah, Garth Brooks wants me to stop talking."
Apparently, if you look at his tour schedule, from what that guy said, Tom Segura, I think,
Segura,
something like that.
Tom Segura.
Sorry if you ever see this.
Yeah,
we didn't
sorry,
mean to.
Tom. Not really.
I think you're funny as hell. But
Yeah, he's great.
So
We
he's
watched
like-
it the other night.
apparently, if you look at Garth Brooks's tour schedule and the cities that he was in and the dates, there's several significant missing persons cases that line up in different locations that he was in.
What?
Mhm.
Who did this research? Tom?
I don't. Somebody on TikTok, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
No, Tom didn't do it. He saw it and then he made a joke about it.
He meant,
Garth
yeah,
Brooks,
and then
you
it
know,
just blew up. Yeah.
right.
What is Garth? Oh, he is touring, isn't he?
I guess.
Touring now?
Is he even relevant anymore?
Apparently, yeah. He's,
I guess now
he's
he is.
selling
He's a
out
serial
stadiums
killer.
still. Yeah, dude.
Maybe.
Dude, I don't know. He's got the alter
The
ego.
alter ego. Yeah. it
Remember
could
I
be
told you
him.
guys?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's supposed to. Oh, also, did you see
Schizo.
he's supposed to release another album under his alter ego? Like he
I
has
think he
6
did.
other albums written or something like that. I heard.
He's just really smart because he just owns everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he has a lot of money. And he
Right.
just does like makes all the money on the tour. Like he's pretty smart. guy.
Branded himself basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he didn't write his hits. So
Oh,
he had like a Chris Stapleton or,
it probably was Chris Stapleton.
no, that's way
But,
before
well-
Chris, but yeah, like, there's a lot of the best songs out there written by like some
Well, like
hippie
Hardy.
chilling out in Florida or Tennessee right now.
Hardy wrote most of like Morgan Wallen's first songs.
Yeah, that's, just
He
how,
wrote
just how it
also
works,
wrote, Redneck, that song Blake Shelton sings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hardy wrote that as well. I didn't know that
That's, I mean, like,
until I was listening to him on Theo Vaughn's podcast a couple months ago.
but that's just how it works. So you got to brand
Right.
yourself and, you got to you got to sing it though too. You got to perform it. You got to deliver it. You deliver it your own
Right.
way.
I mean, and
But writing it, like a lot of those guys don't do that.
but that's what he never even planned on being a singer. Hardy is what he said. He just went to school solely for songwriting, and that's what he wanted to do. And then it just kind of progressed, he said, into what he's doing
Yeah.
now.
Well, if you're a songwriter, you can sing probably. It's
I would
usually-
assume, yeah.
It's usually how it kind of works now. Or a lot of times you see like the really good artists are like studio session
get that.
artists.
I get the comment that he and I look alike a lot. Like that if I grew my hair out, we'd look a lot alike.
I've been trying to get you to grow your hair out. You should.
There's not a lot of hair to grow
Yeah,
out.
I know. Sore subject.
Yeah.
At least you still have it. Not like Andrew Jett. I gotta get one in. I do want AJ on here. I love AJ.
Oh, I was gonna
We
say,
should get the AJs on here. That would be
Yeah, we
that'd be
could.
that'd be good
they're
TV.
both bald.
They're both.
I was
They're
gonna say
both
this and then we can
sourpusses.
Wrap it up if you want, but doesn't your mom know a guy who's a ranger in a national park?
My mom is like a volunteer.
Right.
But yeah, she's
She
so
know- like he's been doing it for a while, right? I don't remember his name. You said it, but I can't remember.
well, mom's at Onondaga. Onondaga.
I'm saying like maybe we could get him on here once we figure out the Zoom stuff.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, my mom is killing it.
Really? Cool.
She's killing it. I knew she would. 'cause
right.
You know
she's
how
so personable.
but she has the information. She has like, my mom's
Yeah,
on it and
she's not
she loves that stuff. But one time she told me a story last time I saw her. I was up there. She's like, there's like these two, a mom and like two kids, and I can't remember what kind of hike they wanted to go on. But mom was like, if your kids you kind of want to do this and climb around. You don't want to do a long hike,
Right.
boring hike. You know, you don't want to go see this site. You want to do this. And I guess they had a freaking blast. And then they came back and they like were like, thank you so much. You know, like you're awesome. Like you knew so much. And then, you know, her boss was right there.
That's cool.
It just conveniently happened to be there. But she put in applications in like Idaho.
Oh,
And because she wants to go out west. She wants to go to Grand Tetons. Apparently her boss right now is friends with the guy out there.
yeah, I remember
So-
you saying that.
So
Hopefully that works.
my
out there.
mom's dreams are probably going to come true. And it's just another example of like, do it. Like
yeah, just
do
putting
what
yourself
you
out there.
do what you know, like your body and your heart's telling you to do, because it's gonna happen. Like if you keep chipping away, it's gonna happen. You know,
Yeah.
you were meant to do it. But
Well, that's
she said
cool.
this-
I mean,
oh, it's awesome. Like
yeah.
because she's been taking care of my grandma for a long time, so it's like she deserves this. But she actually got a ranger like position offered to her in Idaho. That
Oh,
was a
really?
ranger position. And then I think she got another one in like
I know
Montana
she
or
was
something.
talking about. I thought you said like South Dakota or something. that
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
considering,
yeah,
'cause I
South
was like,
Dakota.
"Damn, that's gonna
Yeah.
be cold."
Yeah. But see, she lived out in Wyoming, so
Oh, she
like
did.
yeah, mom's beat like bad mofo, you know, like
She should move back to Montana.
she
Tell her
talked
to move
about
to
having
Montana.
Hillary out there and like putting Hillary in her like jacket, you know, on the snowmobile. Like she like cause you couldn't go anywhere in like Wyoming.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy out there, like 4-foot snow drifts and
Yeah, tell her to buy like 100 acres in Montana.
she would have to have a lot of money, man.
I got one preference point. I'm
Dude,
trying to get a whitetail tag out there.
Well, I can work on that, but it's expensive out there, man. Wyoming, Montana are expensive.
Mhm.
And there's just nothing out there. A lot of prairie. A lot
Yeah.
of prairie. It's kind of awesome.
I mean, I would like to go out there and
Big
hunt.
sky, baby.
Montana and Wyoming both are pretty well primarily draw states. I don't know I think their over the counter stuff is like if you know a landowner,
Yeah.
they can give you their tag,
So
and you
that's-
can hunt their tag on their land.
Yeah. But that's the whole point is it's very one of those things where like you have to be involved. You have to be like, you know, actually give, you know, like they have to see that you give a shit.
Right. That's
You
the
care
downfall
about
of
what you're
Missouri.
doing. But
Missouri's one of the cheapest over the counter states in the country.
Yeah, 'cause
like
they're
you can
everywhere.
pay. It's like $190 to deer hunt here.
Yeah.
So I put in for that managed hunt every year, and I said we were going to wrap it up, but I'll just say this and then
Yeah,
we'll
we
do whatever.
actually got like an hour. That's crazy.
So that hunt I put in for every year, it took me 12 years to get drawn for it. And the year that I actually got drawn for it and I killed that buck, a guy from Utah. He was from Utah.
Utah.
It was his first year putting in, and he got drawn. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me! Like that's ridiculous.
He
That
might
you're from
but
out
see-
of state. You paid $190, and I've waited 12 years. Like
It's just-
we got drawn because I had 12 preference points. If I wouldn't have had those,
Yeah.
our card wouldn't have probably gotten drawn.
Yeah.
So
But that's just how it goes.
And
you
I know,
gotta
I
like
get it.
be
It's a
you gotta
lottery.
be involved in the system, you know?
yeah,
like
it's
you
a
gotta
lottery,
talk
but
to the people.
his first year.
Yeah, I mean he probably hunts a lot. Or he knows somebody. Like he might that's
I don't know
probably
about
what
that because
happened.
it's a draw. I mean, it is a true draw.
Oh,
Like,
it is? Okay.
Yeah, they.
Well then I
they
mean just
s-
lucky, man.
Yeah, I guess, but it's irritating, man. That's irritating.
Yeah, well I don't have that luck,
Because like
so I've gotten over that.
in most Western states, the draw tags are done after the landowner tags have already been sold
Oh,
and bought.
I see. I had no idea.
So then your out of state guys get to come in, and the extra tags are what's drawn for. Like Kansas, they only do like it's per
Like acre?
section.
Oh yeah, like where it's at.
So like
What's in Kansas?
big
Just a bunch of-
whitetails.
Are there? Okay.
Yeah,
Windmills, I see a lot of those.
So yeah, then once all the landowner tags and residential tags are accounted for, the extras are drawn. So you may only have like there might be 1,000 people that put in for that section,
Yeah.
but there may be only 5 tags that will get drawn.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
Pretty lucky in Missouri.
as far as residents,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if you're
public
out of state,
land and-
yeah,
yeah, like-
in that aspect, yes. But if you're an
awesome.
out of state person and you want to come here and hunt, it's fair. It's wide
But-
open, and it's cheap, and that kind of sucks because it in some aspects that takes away from people who are putting into that live here that are putting
Yeah.
into the land. And-
Yeah. True.
but it's public land,
I
and
feel
I
like you
guess
get
they
to-
are paying their fees. It's
But most of the time, like people get to chase or kill as many deer as they want when they live in Missouri. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
to
part
an
of your like
extent.
blood, but like you do want to have like there is a you know like you want to be like the best, but and have like a good buck. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have gotten it out of their system.
Well,
to
they
where,
did
like,
away with farm tags back when you could get as many farm tags as you wanted.
yeah,
That was like just World War III opening morning of rifle season.
yeah, yeah.
But
it's kind of
you can
cool,
still
though.
buy doe tags, antlerless tags. They're $7 a piece. I think I bought 3 last year and only used one of them. But like the properties I hunt, my buck to doe ratio is way off.
Yeah,
Like it's like a 5-to-1, and that's not good because it's overpopulation of does leads to dominant bucks, mature bucks not coming onto that property because then that attracts all these little bucks and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fuck with that. So you want it to be, Terry Drury says you want it to be 1-to-1. They're born 1-to-1. That's what you want it to be. So I try to kill 1 or 2 does a year, but like we said last time, I give a lot of my
stuff
deer
away.
meat, turkey meat, I
Yeah,
give it away.
yeah, it's awesome.
Like I don't keep anything that if I can't eat it, I give it away.
Yeah, it's freaking sweet. I love it.
So-
But like, I think that's awesome. I mean, a lot of people I know that are like that too. But that's what I love about it. I feel like the sense of like sharing and community is still like pretty strong around here.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like what everybody wants it to be. I feel like it's a lot better here than other places.
They have the share the harvest thing over in like Lynn, but you have to pay $50. Like if you take a deer over there, like I have
Yeah.
to pay
Well, I mean,
to donate a deer. That's crazy.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm not donating a deer for a tax write-off. I'm
Yeah,
not donating
that's
anything
true.
for a tax write-off,
Yeah,
or
we
else
don't
it's
have-
not truly a donation.
Yeah, we really don't have time for that either.
I know.
we
That's
don't
a
have
pet-
time
that's
for
another
that
pet
either.
peeve of mine.
That's
But,
a big pet peeve of mine. It's pretty wild.
But yeah, so yeah, sorry, got into all that. But yeah, hopefully,
We
the
get
people that we mentioned, we can get them on here, and just get
there's any
people's stories into the world, and maybe someone else will benefit from that.
Yeah, we kind of like I said, dragging our feet. We got real busy, but if there's
Yeah.
anybody that like, I know Colin's been watching them. He's been giving me a bunch of feedback. I'm
Cool.
so pumped about that. But if anybody wants to be on or knows somebody that wants to be on, just hit us up. Like
Yeah,
contact us. Like comment on one of these videos. Like
Or
it's honestly the best thing to do, and we'll get you on here. We're pretty
say, get
flexible.
on. I'm not gonna give you like my information, but you can. I'm sure you can figure it out. Get on our Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and find one of us. Try to make it me. Clay's got a lot going on. You can message me, and we can set it up. And I can give you my phone number, email address, and we'll communicate one way or another. But
Chad's
make
better
sure
at
you
answering.
comment. Make sure you comment as well, because like if we're not friends, it may get sent to my requests and I may not see it. So drop a comment on the video and just say, hey, I messaged you guys, and we'll check it out, and we'll get something set up. So
Because I have a lot of people too that want to do the album reviews.
yeah,
And I told Dan too, I want to go over like our pedals and our sound,
Right.
Like what we do.
hell, bring whatever you want. If you want to go over something yourself, if you want to be on here and you want to bring something
Yeah.
that you're interested in, bring it, and you tell us, teach us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I love. Oh man,
Whatever it is, I
I
don't
love that the
care.
best because I don't know. I just feel like it's interesting.
Yeah,
Other
I want to
people's
learn
interest.
stuff.
All right, you got anything else?
No, that's it. So
All right, thanks for listening.
yeah,
Bye, Colin.
appreciate it. Peace.
Peace.